sounds of country music fused with the aromas of delectable delights permeating the air was served up with classic Southern hospitality in a small, charming South Carolina town called Greenville.
Lying there with you and listening to the radiator smile.
Southern Exposure, founded by Paltinum record seller and songwriter Edwin McCain, along with restaurateur Carl Sobocinski, is the state's largest fundraising event of its kind.
Edwin, being born and raised here and growing up in this community, and then we were actually just in the restaurant one night talking about all the different events and things that we both do. And hey, why not try to throw a party together and make a lot of good positive things happen from it? Well, we created Southern Exposure for a number of different reasons, but I think probably the biggest one is our town and our community that we live in, and we wanted others to know about it. And this was a great opportunity to bring people in for a long weekend, show them great hospitality, great food and wine, and incredible music.
The three-day event combines the passions of culinary and musical artists, creating a uniquely delightful experience for the senses.
The creation of music and the creation of a great dish and a great menu is exactly the same. I mean, having a great menu is like having a great album. You know, it's all about taking the influences of life and then distilling it down into this either a dish or a song, and then giving it back to people so that they can enjoy it. And it's exactly the same, but with different substances.
A little bit of shrimp and grits. It's our house recipe from Larkins on the River restaurants. Basically, we do a little bit of garlic, peppers and onions, applewood smoked bacon, shrimp, a little bit of cream sauce, and we got good things going on.
We have a lightly smoked duck breast. It's sitting on a sweet potato puree, on top with some chow chow.
It's seared Hawaiian ahi tuna, pineapple wasabi puree, and a pickled fennel, carrot, and red onion salad with just a nice cilantro leaf on top.
It's fantastic. It's very fresh, very soft, and very delicious. I taste a hint of pineapple, and the tuna is very tender. It's delicious.
Nestled along the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Greenville's Main Street was transformed into an experiential venue, creating a beautiful backdrop for both young and old, especially for those young at heart. Putting the green in Greenville was Greenville's own hometown celebrity chef, Stephen Devereaux Green. Considered a culinary prodigy at 25, Chef Green is executive chef and part owner of Devereaux's in Greenville, and has impressed many in the culinary world, including world-renowned master chef Thomas Keller of New York's Bouchon, per se, and owner of the French Laundry in Napa Valley. Keller is the only American-born chef to hold multiple 3-star ratings by the Michelin Restaurant Guide. With no formal culinary training, Chef Green, whose culinary skills were handed down to him by his grandmother, had the unnerving honor of working side by side with Chef Thomas Keller in preparations for the event, as well as prepare a dinner for his distinguished role model.
Right now I'm just doing a trio of Tasmanian salmon. Just going to do a lot of different flavors with it, anything from soya to miso with cashews. Do a little cannelloni here with a little soya and avocado, little Asian greens. And also I'm plating a trio of tuna that you see here. It's paired with a yuzu with every course in different variations of yuzu, which is one of my favorite ingredients to use with tuna. These dishes are all very important to me. They're going out to Mr. Thomas Keller himself.
Fortunately, Green subscribes to Keller's philosophy of acquiring the best products money can buy. Just up the street at the O Restaurant, New York jazz musician Mark Rapp and his group entertain patrons with a fusion of Aboriginal jazz with the didgeridoo. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Executive Chef Jesse Thompson was hurriedly preparing dishes, also consisting of fresh ahi tuna.
Just putting together it's a little play off of a tuna niçoise using ahi from Honolulu fish. Just a little pepper crust, got a white anchovy emulsion, some poached quail eggs, haricot vert, red radish, and tomato molasses.
Guest chefs in the kitchen included Executive Pastry Chef David Gauss of Passion Hospitality Group in Washington, D.C., Chef Randolph Stafford of Iverson Catering in Park City, Utah, and Chef de Cuisine Scott Crawford of the Georgian Room at Sea Island, Georgia, who was declared by Mariani as one of the best young chefs in America in Esquire magazine.
We're having a great time here in Greenville, South Carolina. Southern exposure. Hope you'll be here next time.
Just across the Reedy River in the already fully seated High Cotton restaurant, Executive Chef Jason Schultz was working alongside visiting James Beard award-winning chef Bob Kincaid, owner of Kincaid's Restaurant in Washington, D.C., and Colvin Run Tavern in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, members of the nation's Restaurant News Fine Dining Hall of Fame. Both were working hard to please their dining patrons.
Chef Kincaid's menu includes a lobster succotash.
Yeah, we did that with corn pudding. We did a mushroom soup with mushroom strudel. We're about to serve a barrel of beef, which is the center cut of a prime rib, with a little pot pie of the deckle meat, some Delmonico potatoes, and béarnaise. They're going to get plenty to eat anyway.
Just upstream at the Lazy Goat, Executive Chef Lindsay Audrey is elbow to elbow with DC chefs Brian Baltaggio of Charlie Palmer Steak and R.J. Cooper of Vidalia, feverishly finishing pheasant as plates fly out the door.
Sashimi of kampachi with capicola, a little shaved red onion, pimento spillet, and black lava salt. And it's just garnished simply with a little bit of frisee and some celery.
Just across the bridge at Larkins on the River, Executive Chef Alex Castro teamed up with another DC chef, Barton Seaver of Hook, to serve up another unique fish dish.
It's a ragfish, pan-roasted ragfish with sweet corn souffle and a roasted pepper coulis sauce.
Ragfish is a really cool fish out of South Carolina. It's pretty much local fishery out of the Carolinas that I learned from my friend Megan at Charleston Aquarium. She's been doing a lot of work with this stuff and trying to promote it outside. A group called Clean Fish out in California has been doing a lot with this fish as well. So, but first couple courses we had tuna and trout roe from my friends, Sunburst Trout Farms. Then oysters, we had Chef Joey Pesner from the Cliffs. He did a great dish with shrimp and crab mousse cake with tomato compote, rock shrimp, and lemongrass sauce. It's been good. So finishing up with this and going on to the dessert course.
Cooking demos were popular attractions, especially those which included seafood. Other events included seminars. One in particular featured a star attraction, Chef Thomas Keller sharing his culinary philosophies.
I start to nickel and dime my suppliers, then they're going to start to reduce the quality of the product. I expect a very high standard of product, and they need to deliver that, and I'll pay them for that.
All in all, the second annual Southern Exposure was a huge success, leaving attendees gastronomically satisfied and somewhat spiritually enlightened.